All right, welcome one and all. Hope you all having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you'd please type the number 1 in the chat box, let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Can I get a 1? There we go. All right. Woo, a little bit of a lag there. Afternoon, everybody. I do appreciate it. Thank you. As we get started here today, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something that you like here today, anything, make sure that it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance before ever taking on that trade, that setup, or the indicator. All right. We have a lot happening this week. Trading You Live 2.0 starts tonight. Let me just explain this to you for a sec, okay? Trading You Live 2.0 is not part of Trading You. It is a separate training that we're doing. We're updating all of the materials in there. Everything's going to be, newer trainings done. When I say newer, strategies are going to be the same, right? Cover call is a covered call, but how we trade it is different. A limit order is going to be the same. Are there ways that we use it differently? That's where we're going to have some of the nuances in that. The beginning trainings, all of the strategy ones will be trainings based on what's going on. We offered Trading You Live at $358. Excuse me. You're going to be in about 30 hours, 30 to 40 hours of probably close to 30, 35 hours of live training. It starts tonight at 8 p.m. And we originally had the other one set on, the next one set on Friday, which we had to change till Thursday, since my wife informed me we had a wedding on Friday that I did not know we were going to. Yeah, I told you when. Oh, okay, whatever. So anyway, we're not doing Friday, we're doing Thursday instead. If you're interested, today is the very last day at $358. Sorry about that, $358. After today, it goes up to $749. Guys, don't miss out on this. There you go, Dan. And it's a steal at that price. Thank you, sir. You're quite welcome. You're quite welcome. Yeah, so take advantage of it, folks. Then we've got Inner Circle on the 2nd. That's tonight. That's our check-in at 7 p.m. Mastermind on the 3rd. I'm teaching Mastermind. Trading You on the 4th. I'm teaching Trading You. So I'm teaching Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday just to get these trainings out to you on Trading You. I don't care about my schedule right now. I want to make sure that I can do everything I can to get these completed for you. The goal on Trading You Live 2.0 is to have the whole training series done in 60 days. So by the end of November, to be completely done with it, right? 100%. All of October, all of November. And we'll be done well before that. We're not going to be anywhere near Thanksgiving with it. Pop, covered call, E-mini, Vega spread, all on the regular schedule, as is Power Hour on Trading Coach's Playbook. Hey, Brenda. All right, here's our followers page. Make sure you're checking out the various social platforms out there and, websites like tradinglikeaboss.com, podcasts. We have a ton of information that we put out there. We've not done a whole lot in the last 2 weeks because of, we had a training all week last week down in Orlando. And then the week before was our Trader Super Summit. So we've been swamped, to say the least. Right, here's our trading manifesto, right? Trading Boss Manifesto. This is what it means to me, to the company, for you to be a trading boss, and that's who you are. That's our goal. That's what we're building you up towards. You're in charge, baby. You're the boss, right? That's what it comes down to. Bottom line. So you got power option plays and or masterclass. That's MC Masterclass. So guys, if you're not taking advantage of this, we're crushing it this year. I mean, we are killing it this year with what we're doing in power option plays. 2-week trial on a quarterly subscription. You don't decide today if you like it. You decide in 2 weeks if you like it or not. Am I producing? Am I showing you what I say I'm going to show? Are you seeing results pop on the candidates that we put up and so forth? Right. And the masterclass was a live one-day training we taught live from New York. Where we recorded it. We got it's a 2-camera shoot. It's actually a 3-camera shoot, but you got all of that in there where it's on the board, it's on the screen, everything is on camera, so it's fantastic. All right, we don't go there just yet. All right, what trades did you do today? Drop them puppies in. What did you guys come up with today? Amelia's still a bit under the weather, so we're not seeing anything right now on from her. She's getting her Trade Watch alerts out, but Let's see. PK said paper trade on 3 SPY up $130. Nice. Pivot point trade on the Qs, $440. Pivot point, one contract on Goldman Sachs for $45. Nice job, PK. I absolutely love it. That is great. Phenomenal. As you guys are typing them in, we seem to have a really small group here today so far. Let me actually get that off our screen. Let's go back here. There you go. Erica said SPY up on the trade, 62%. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I did a SPY as well today, guys. Right? So what am I looking at? See this horizontal line at 426.89? I snapped that on my daily chart, my 5-minute chart. So we go to SPY, 426.89. We popped the, so we gapped down, we bounced. We pulled below, we bounced. We came back down below, we retested, we failed. We're in the trade. Okay, no stop out on it. Took a little bit of heat, not bad. And then here, we're just pressing to the downside. Nice. Jeff said, just posted Trade Watch alerts. Done. Good. Good job. All right. So SPY off of that, you know, whether you took it here or you took it here, retest and failed, either way worked great. Yeah, Erica said, do you still occasionally have the trade with Rob? It's not any occasional. The last 2 weeks, Erica, you saw, I mean, we were crazy the week before with Trader Super Summit. And then this last week, we had a training in Orlando the entire week. So that took me out of pocket for that entire week. We will be doing it again today. Oh, no, you're fine, Erica. You're fine. Ask that question. It goes back on today for sure. All right. Woo! Go, baby, go, baby, go. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Look at that candle. Oh, there it is. I love it. Right? Look at that candle build. 422.88 is support. We got a little bit of room left down there. We're looking at about 424 as our target. I like it. Jeff said debit spread ZS in 275 out at 315 credit. So we're talking about 25, 30, 40 cents. Nice job, Jeff. Really nice job. Woo! Excellent. Excellent. So SPY was the first one. Square, what are we looking at for Square? We pushed down. Did we retest and fail out the 44.50? The only thing is I'm not getting happy about the price of Square. It's getting a little too low for me. Let's see. Let's go over to TradeStation and go to Square. There you go. Jim just typed in, way to go, traders. Erica typed in, great job, Jeff. That was Amelia's trade. Okay. That was Amelia's trade that she published is what it was from Jeff on our X account. No more Twitter, X, right? Great job to everyone. Yeah, they're coming out. A lot of it. PK said it. Brenda said it. I love when you guys giving credit for kudos to everybody else. That's awesome. So on Square, let's just go check Square out. And what happened? On Square, we pushed up. We got above. We broke down. Closed, retested, failed, right? There's the entry. A little bit of heat up here, but nothing crazy. Off of that 44.5 level, right now we're at 43.60, we'll call it. So nice little move so far on Square, right? We've got a support level down here. Let's see, 41 to 44, that's $3. So we've got a support at 41.35, so we're probably looking at about 42 is where I'm going to look to take that off. There you go. Erica said, we're all part of the Wealth Builders family and support each other. I love it. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Good job, everybody. Great job. All right. Woo! To say I'm excited is an understatement. I got to tell you. All right. So we're going to kind of step into two things at once. We're going to look at the S&P 500. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to do it all at one time. So I'm just going to go ahead and share the topic with you for today. If you didn't catch it already. Caution, the S&P 500, caution on the S&P 500 as it approaches the 4181 level. All right. I heard it over the weekend from 3 different traders. It ain't happening. We're not getting back down there. Forget it. No, 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 no. You know, we weren't that far away. Just last week. we stretched down to that 42.35 level. We were there. 41.81 is not that far away. It's just not. 81 to 35, we're talking about 20, 35, 55 points. It's not that far. The SP 500 moves how much a day? 25 points, 22 points a day. Yeah, it's doable. And look what happened, right? We chipped away at the ice on this day, this day. Even here, even on Friday, our low, 42.75.71 versus 42.76. So we just got through that. We chipped away at the ice, kind of broke it up a little bit, and now whoosh, we're in, right? We're in. And market tried. Let's go. Push to the upside. Go, 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 go. Boom. Right down. Right down. Oh, Charles. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Trader Super Summit is an event right now that's reserved for our students in Inner Circle and Mastermind. And Charles said he'd love to make it to that event. You're not the only one. I had a conversation with Roby right before it that he was interested in coming as well. We'd love to have you back in Inner Circle, Charles. So, all right. Excellent. So let's keep talking S&P 500. We're going to roll in that 41.81 level at the same time. We're going to kind of combine them together. So, excuse me. Yep. Me. So guys, look, if you look at what's been happening lately, yeah, there you go, Brandon. It's a bit of an H pattern in there, right? If you look at what's been happening lately, I've got these, if you watched my SPX video from Friday or the pop video, you will see me talking about these swing highs and swing lows in here. We had a high and a low, a lower high, another lower high, not a lower low that time, but another lower high. Then we came in with the lower low. I don't know, is this the next lower high at this point? I'm not sure. I don't have a clue just yet. It's too soon for me to make that determination. Pull that out a little bit. Get all that out of the way. But we broke through that 42.7623 level. And we broke through it nicely so far today, okay, on SPX. We've opened ourselves up for the opportunity to make it back down to the 618 level, which is where our recent swing low was. We're looking for a lower low setting up on this press to the downside, right? If we start going back up again, we now are forming a wedge. Yeah, I guess like that, or like that, depending on what you're looking at the screen. We're forming a wedge on the chart if we get a higher low at this point. I don't know if it's going to happen, if this is the higher low or not coming in here. I don't think so. I just don't see us being done heading to the downside. I think there's a lot of opportunity right now to the downside push. By the way, those that are in Mastermind group, keep your eye open for the Backstage Pass. I just recorded it today. I know, again, from the last 2 weeks, I'm behind with it, but that's done. That's the September one. The October one will be coming shortly. But in that Backstage Pass, I talked about S&P and some things about it that you're going to want to be looking for, okay? We've got this overall press to the downside, not looking pretty for it whatsoever. That lower high, again, if this is our lower high here, tells me that there's concern, right? I mean, that was a big move down. If that's all we can climb back up, there's some concern there. Well, I'm always going to ask the question this way, because I don't want to upset people because I've had it where people have given me grief about this. And if that's the case, I'm okay not doing it or showing it. Let me just say it instead. Okay. Are you okay if I show you something that you may not fully understand, but we're going to spend a little time going over a way to use fibs that you may not have quite thought of before? Is that okay? Yes? Like 4 of them. Okay. Show me. All right, good. Who wouldn't want that? Jennifer, you'd be surprised. I have people that complain sometimes that they didn't understand it. Why did I show that? Listen, I get it. Understand, one of the hardest things for me as a coach is I have students that are in here that are rock stars, right? They know how to trade. They're kicking it, right? Jeff, Charles, Roman, Scott, Bill. I mean, there are a bunch of people in here. right? And then there are other, Erica, right? And again, whoever else, guys, there are a lot more people in here now. And then there are others that are newer, maybe some that haven't even placed a trade before, right? I've got to try to appease both sides of that in there. So the more advanced stuff, for those that are more advanced, are like, oh man, I love this. This is rocking. For someone brand new that doesn't understand some of the basics, it could be a little bit overwhelming. But if you're smart, you take it in such a way that you absorb everything you can from it. So when you do get to that level, you already got that stuck in here. And you can capitalize on it. So what we're looking at is this. If we were to, I'm just going to take the S&P 500, I'm going to back it up, the fib. I'm going to draw a new fib from that recent swing high to that recent swing low. I'm going to pull that out. I don't know if I got it properly there. Let's try it again. Looks like I might have been off by a day. And because of the swing highs and swing lows, I didn't want to try to move it. All right, there we go. In here, all right? So we draw the fib. On the most recent run, we're drawing our Fibonacci down. Now, I'm going to come over to the toolbar on the right-hand side. And you're going to see this V tool. If you don't see, it's called Fibonacci extension. It's got a V with a couple of different colors. If you come up to this gray bar, not the gray bar here, not where it says component, subsector, not this bar, right above it, right? So the middle one, you got the white one, the gray in the middle, and that almost rounded looking multi-shaded one, right? So the middle one, right click on there and scroll down, you see general toolbar until you find the inserted box that says drawing tools. Windows toolbar, chart settings toolbar, drawing tools toolbar, right? And then you can add, look for that little V-shaped thingy, you can add Fibonacci extensions. Not only can you add it, there's number 2, number 3, and number 4. You can have 4 of those tools that you can modify and keep the settings that you want. So we're going to grab that Fibonacci extension. And here's the way to do this. It's an ABC pattern. A, B, C. Write this down. A is where the Fibonacci started. B is where the Fibonacci ended. Well, if you knew how to draw the fib, you got 66% of this down. Now here comes the hard part. C comes off of or goes up to the highest high the stock made before its pullback. So watch. A right here. Boom. I click on it. Oh, and A pops in there. Look at that. Then if I keep moving my mouse down, you're going to see that there's a B. I come down to the lowest low. B. Now the highest high we made is C. Right there. Okay? The 236 is what we're really looking for it to surpass to have any value for us. Okay? And we're going to scrunch this down a little bit. Let's do this first. Let me fix that. I'm going to scrunch it, and let's do this. Okay, now let's scrunch it down. So this line where we're sitting right now is the 236. So when you look at this and say, okay, why are we stopping there? Not only here, we stopped there. Here, we ain't even got there yet, and we're stopping here. We're stopping right at this level. Why? Because that is from the overall move from A to B. That's 100% of the move. The pullback was to here, right? To the highest high of C. Now from C, based on the A to B move, this is a 23.6% pullback based on A to B off of C. Right? Let me say that again, because a lot of letters that maybe get a little confusing. We're looking at A to B for the full distance. That's 100% of the move. That's what took place in there. Let me get my drawing toolbar. Annotations. What the fancy words? How about drawing tools? Annotations. Okay. So you've got A to B. Well, that's a different color. Right there, and then C is right here. A to B is 100%. That's the whole move between A and B. Right? C, this move from here to here from C is 23.6% or 0.236% pullback. And then 618 is down here and so forth. Based off of the C level. That's what we're looking at there. All right? So let's take those off. Perfect. So now I'm looking for confluence. Do I have lines that are overlaying on top of each other with the Fibonacci level and with the ABC pattern. That's what I want to see. Okay. So I've got nothing between the 236 and the 4181 as far as lines go. There's nothing there. My next level is 4163.57. We've got 4164.20. So we're looking at 60 cent difference between the fib line, the -272, and the purple line, the 618 level. 61.8% of that move. Okay. So our 4181, we got 42.38.63 is the next target. The 4181 is the target after that. So the ABC pattern is okay, but I'm not getting what I would be hoping for off of this, right? It's just not quite there for me yet, right? So I did that purposely to show it to you off of the easier way to analyze this. But let me go ahead and hit delete. I got rid of the ABC. I'm going to hit delete. I get rid of the fib that I just drew in there. Don't go crazy with delete. You can only fix one of them. You can't fix them all if you hit a lot of deletes. All right. So you could also draw this off of the original fib, but we'd be going in the wrong direction. That's why I redrew, because where's the fib drawn now? To the upside. I need a fib drawn. I need a fib that we have seen the drawing from the top to the bottom, right? So now we had a bearish move, a retrace up, and a fail to give me the levels down here that I was looking for. So I could do this without drawing off of the fib lines, meaning having to draw a fib in place. I could do this just based on the move itself where it made. Okay. Right inside of there. And now you'll see that the lines are in a slightly different place. 236 is in the exact same place. 618 is in the same place. We just have a different fib line there, but we're not getting confluences there. So this is a way to help confirm, is what I am looking at good or not, right? By putting this ABC on there, think of a magician, right? My Brooklynese stepped in. Sorry. They are doing a trick, right? And yes, a lot of it is sleight of hand, and I don't believe that magic in that realm really exists, where the average, magician like a Houdini is up there and really is doing things that are, from another world. Okay, they've got a magic power in them. Their magic power is entertainment, sleight of hand, and so forth, misdirection, right? But they're doing a trick, and they do something. It's like, whoa, that was awesome, right? Versus the brand new magician that is doing a card trick and is flipping them in his hand and drops all the cards on the table, right? And then you can see where he had something marked, something hidden, whatever it was, okay? They had a method, a way to be able to do that, all right? So these lines, this ABC pattern helps us to point out the magic trick. Where are things hidden that you don't really see, right? That's what these lines are. That 236, if nothing else, that 236 line, which is the green line, the 236, the 236 line right there is a magical point, right? It is our first support / hesitation level. It's that first key component for us right inside of there, okay? Where we didn't quite get there yet today on this one. On the other fib, the way that I drew it, we did, but this is without having to worry about redraw fibs. We're just drawing and using the fibs we have. Okay, we can't really draw the fib on this one because we've already got a fib in place. All right, that was the explanation of it. So we're looking at that 236 as the first downside target. So 42.61, we'll call it. From there, we're looking at 42.35.58. Now, is there importance to this level? Well, it ain't got a fib line near it. So let me ask you, is there importance to this purple line? That's my bad. That's the wrong line. I'm on the wrong side. Sorry about that. It's down here. So it's not really near a fib line. See, I forgot to look for the extension beyond the fib numbers themselves. It's not really near a fib line. So does it have any importance to it? You guys tell me. Does that level have importance to it, even though it does not have a confluence? Is there any importance at all? PK said yes. What is the importance to it? What do you all see as the importance for it? That's it, Brenda. Yep. There you go, Scott. Yep. All right, Jim. Excellent. Good. So the importance is it's still a 618. The most important number in the world is 0.618. It is still important, but I would not rely on it as if I had a choice of a support level, whatever the level was, versus an ABC pattern. The ABC becomes more a hesitation point, not a bounce or fail point. Hesitation. It's going to slow down there. I don't know where it goes from there. When it comes to support, I'm expecting a stopping point at support. Once again, may bounce, may break, but I'm expecting more of a stop, more definitive than this could be just hesitation. We kind of bounce around for 10 minutes, an hour, 4 or 5 hours, whatever, and then fail through or bounce off of. So it's not as strong of a level as a regular fib line, but still has major ramifications based on the level it is. If this was the 236, not so much. Not so much. The only other line here is the 1. Right? That 1 is extremely important because that's that 100% move. If we go from A to B, you know what? Let me do it the way that we did the other one before. So if we go from A to B, remember that's 100%. And then we come back and fail. Off of that point, this is our C. We're looking for whatever this distance was. If this was $50 in here, move, we're looking at another $50 move as our expectation. And that takes me actually to point D, as in David. Right? We're looking for the pullback. So we want to see, in an ideal world, we want to see the A to B move is the same distance as the C to D move. And at least the same distance. That's $50. I want to see $50. If it's a $100 move, I want to see a $100 move. Whatever it is, that's what we're looking for, that duplication there, right? That confluence, if you would. So they're both, so Brenda, the 236 period is hesitation, right? But on this, in this example, the 236 that we drew, in an ideal world, if I were drawing fibs from A to B, and then I go up to C, I'm looking for the break of the 236 before I'm taking an entry on that. So the ABC pattern, I'm waiting for a break of the 236, okay? Once we break the 236, that's where the other lines come in play. And I look for confluence. And I don't have any confluence with this 618 down here. I need to see it as a support level, you know, near a fib, another fib line. But since it's by itself, I'm going to use just above that as a target. It may hesitate, it may bounce, it may fail, but you don't have that clear path, that road, right? You have an obstacle on the road. This is an obstacle. I don't want obstacles, or I don't like obstacles. I want a clear path. I don't have that right here. Okay, good. I'm glad. Good, Brenda. Excellent. Good. I'm glad it made sense. All right. So 1 for yes, 2 for no. Was it okay? Was it fairly pain-free? Able to work through it? Fairly okay. Brilliant. Well, thank you. Lots of ones. Lots of ones. It was good. Excellent. 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 Okay. Good. I appreciate it. All right. So when we look back at VIX, right? Fear's up. We're getting up to that mid zone there, that green, which is the medium, right? We're in low right now. We're still on the lower end of it, near 1800, right? So overall, we're still doing well on VIX. Nothing to really complain about. We go back though, and I didn't do this week in SPX, the SPX video. We go back and look at our weekly chart. It has now been 1, 2, 3 weeks that we continue to pull away from the uptrend line. 3 weeks. Whereas when we look at monthly chart, We had last month, which was September, just closed, right? Friday. And then today, the whole month is in one day right there. Okay. Today we're pulling down. Look at the 4181 in here in this graphic. Very close, very attainable, not that hard to reach whatsoever. Okay. So a little bit of craziness in the market the last couple of days, week or two. There we go. Right? I mean, lots of hard push down. I did the analysis over the weekend on the markets. I look at one of the greatest things on power option plays. If you can wrap your head around this, if we have 20 stocks that we look at plus the index of the S&P 500, and I am looking for guidance from the market to tell me what it sees. What does that mean? If I have 20 of my 21 candidates, including the S&P, are in a bearish or bearish neutral bias, guess what? That speaks volumes to me. I don't worry about the rank in this scenario. But it's not just how many are bearish. Because if I had 15 bearish, that would be awesome. How many did I have last week, the week before that, right? I can identify patterns and or trends with that. Let me open this up. Oh, I forgot. I already started the next week's. So just to give you an example, we have one out of 21 candidates. We have one candidate that's bullish on the 21 list of stock that's right here. We had 2 that were neutral, which means the other 18 were bearish. So 1, 2, 18, right? Now, for this week, we've got previous week, 2 bullish, 4 neutral, 15 bearish. All right, so we've increased a lot. Then we had 6 bullish, 5 neutral, 10 bearish. 8 bullish, 9 neutral, 4 neutral, 9 bearish. So we went and we watched our numbers, our bearish side, kick up dramatically in there to the point that right now we only had 1 bullish and 2 neutral. That's it. The other 18 stocks are all bearish, right? So what is that telling me? If I can use that as a guide, as a pattern to point out what's happening in the market, I know that I don't really want to take a bullish trade. They may present themselves. I'm not saying you can't take them. I do take counter trend trades, but if I just stick with the direction of the market, hence 70 to 80% of all stocks move in the direction of the S&P 500, you got the best chance of being right. For some of you, it would be the best thing you could do if you stopped trading against the market and only traded in the direction of the market. Now, that means when you get these big whipsaws, you're out of the market because there's nothing going on. You're waiting for a setup and you don't have it right now. The market's screaming bearish, everything is bearish, and you're getting bounces today. So you have to get good at waiting for that. Oh, there we go, Jim. So let me pull that up. So Jim said the 233. Let's go take a look at that. Do I have it on here? There we go, 233. What did I do wrong? Why am I not seeing it? There we go. It's down on the bottom. Okay. I had it as a dashed dot line. So here's our 233. I made it very dark, very bold. This 233 is our long-term moving average. It is simple, not exponential. I never use anything that far out as exponential. And it's right below that 41.81 level. Okay. So Jim's saying more confluence there. It's at 41.63, we'll call it 41.81. So we've got a fib line right there. We've got the 41.81. We've got the 233 moving average in there, right? More signs pointing to strength. I do believe we're making a run for that 41.81 level. I think traders need a level of pullback test and be able to step back into position one in the chair and go, okay, now what? I get it. We're back at 41.81. Now what? And be able to reevaluate what's going on. I think if we, to me, not get just making a move there, and I'm not talking about one day, but just continue to push down. By not doing that, here's what I want to liken it to. You see airplanes flying low today. Here's what I liken it to. You work for a company, you heard a rumor that there are layoffs coming. 25 people from your department get laid off. You heard a rumor next week there might be more layoffs coming, right? Better off you tear off the friggin' Band-Aid, do it all once. No, gone. Okay, then you go to everybody and say, listen, that was it, we're done. We tore up, we got rid of all that we had to right now, we're done. So everybody can get back to work and do their thing, right? I think right now we're doing a tearing off the Band-Aid, right? We had a good move, and if we start to bounce from here and get moving higher, we just kind of picked away at the Band-Aid and picked the edge up a little bit and grabbed the hair on your arm. It pulled and hurt a little bit. That's what we're doing here. Get down to the 41.81. Let's make a decision. The decision may not be today. The decision may not be until November, whatever the date was that they extended out the short-term funding for the government. Whatever date that is. Right? Government stepped up, and McCartney, I guess, from what I heard, stepped up and said, hey, we're not going to let a shutdown happen. I'll negotiate on this. Short term, let's do that. No more additional spending on Ukraine and so forth, right? And no military, or not military, but border stuff to be negotiated here. Just let's get our own, people paid. Because it's funny, I saw a speech from Biden that said, yes, the government's going to shut down, but don't worry, Ukraine, we have enough money in the coffers until sometime in November. Huh? How the heck does that happen? We're going to tell our military, we can't pay you right now, but you have to defend us. We can tell other people you have to go home and not work. We'll pay you when you come back to work, but we're not going to give you a paycheck. And how many of those people can't afford it? I don't know if any of you have seen recently the debt, what debt looks like for the U.S. right now, but we're seeing this happen just instinctively, just massively. To the upside, we're seeing more and more debt getting taken on, right? Those that are in Mastermind, a little preview to some of what I talked about today in our behind the scenes, backstage pass. You look at housing right now, right? Someone I like very much as not only a coach, but as an investor, someone that took himself from zero to hero. Right, Mr. Grant Cardone, phenomenal real estate guy, right? If you're a salesperson, phenomenal sales training that he does as well. But from a real estate standpoint, he's it. He made a comment a few weeks ago that said, if you own something you could sell before October, you should sell it. Because October, we're expecting a big push to the downside. Someone else that my wife follows very strongly in real estate in the Florida market, and he's really become more U.S. overall right now of what he's doing. He's basically saying that people with these very low interest rates that have not sold their houses because they can't get a new mortgage are starting to get to a point where they're underwater. They just can't afford to make payments any longer because everything has gotten so expensive. Insurance, the HOA fees down in Florida. I mean, where my dad is, it's private home, but you're in a community. The HOAs have almost doubled from what he was. Right? Friends of ours that were paying $4,000 a year are now paying $6,000 a year, $5,800 a year, right? $5,000 a year, much higher rate. Forget insurance. We have a house in Florida now, and the insurance has gone up 35%. And we're inland. We are like, if we get flooded, the whole state's underwater. I mean, that's how bad it would have to be to flood us from the ocean or the bay or whatever, right? We're in the middle of the state. Okay, slightly higher elevation, but still not enough that you can't flood. So it's going to be interesting to see if those people are forced out of their homes to put more inventory on the market. So now we're going to start to see what happens with housing. And that's the expectation, is that pullback in housing. We're still watching very closely. We're ready to pull a trigger if need be. I just don't know if need be comes anytime soon. I think we're going to have enough grace period that we'll be able to watch and wait a little bit on that. Okay. Excellent. All right. Let me see if I missed any comments, questions. But Jim, good job on the 233. I appreciate it. Yeah, and Grant Cardone, if you're not familiar with him, he wrote a book called 10X, right? Which is a great book. Great book. He's a guy that has funds that he puts together for real estate, where they go out and buy a 350 apartment unit in Florida for $9 million, whatever it is. I don't know, 90 million, whatever the numbers are, right? And then you buy pieces of it. Here's a share, it's X, right? You buy that dollar's worth inside of it. He's done extremely well for himself, multi-billionaire, primarily from real estate. So you can't take it away from him. He's got it down. Yeah, we are waiting for sure, Kevin. We're definitely waiting in Florida right now, but we're watching. If it looks like things get better, we're watching. But I think depending on who's on the ticket for presidency, both sides, because Biden ain't in yet. I got doubts that he's going to go. Whether he pulls himself out of the race, or he's marked incompetent, or the Democratic Party just does something to say, you're not running. I'm just not sure he's there yet. We'll have to see. All right, what stocks do you want me to take a look at? Let's go ahead and drop those in. It's been a while. I know we always attempt to get this done, but we can't get it done every week. So Brenda's got in QQQ. All right, there we go. Whoop, there it is. All right, there's the entire fib. The fib is good. I say the fib is good. Right? We're looking at a push to the downside, Brenda. Get me under the 357 half, retest and fail. And I'm looking at 352 about is our support level. So I like that a lot. SPY. Same thing. We're already below. 422.88 is support. Right? I think we've got plenty of opportunity to the downside. And then Roku. So I've got to redraw fibs for pop. We'll do that tomorrow. So we're going to draw off of the swing high we have here, probably that swing low. We'll look at it what it looks like tomorrow. Unless we get another push down, then we'll wait. So downside, we're looking at 67.70 and 63.50. That's our downside targets. Not a lot of room in there. It moves 67 a day, every 2 days. That's our pivot, every 2 days. So we've got some opportunity to the downside, though. All right. But where it is right now, I'm a little cautious down to that 67.70. It's just not really where the setup I want it to be. All right. So I hope that helps, Brenda. Let me know in the comments down below. Erica said, what are my thoughts on Bitcoin? I still believe, Erica, that Bitcoin has value to it. All of this talk of government intervention, we're going to regulate it, right? But guess what? The IRS already did. It's taxable. Get over it, right? That stuff's already happened. I still think Bitcoin, until we come up with a government-sponsored coin, and I don't believe the U.S. is going to create its own coin. You may get one, but I believe we're going to have a world coin. A coin that is made up of US and Russia and Europe and China and every major country out there, right? We're going to do away with clearing currency, which we are. There'll be no clearing any longer, right? But I think Bitcoin still has value to it. I think it still has opportunities to double from where it is now. I'm just not sure if we make 100,000 anymore. But I do believe we can get to 50 to 60,000. I think the last I saw was about 28K today. Right, one world currency, exactly, Brenda. Right, but again, one man's opinion, right, on that. I think that there's opportunity to, or others are telling me Bitcoin is done. Sell it and get out. Maybe. I'm not saying that you're right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. It just is. Okay. PK said WorldCoin makes sense as a move towards one world government if believe what's in the Bible. It's funny. I was sharing a video with my youngest daughter, Sabrina, yesterday, and she's looking at the video and she goes, "Dad, I just got to ask." She said, "This sounds like the stuff we're going through sounds like, biblical of what they're talking about, revelations and some of the stuff coming to pass. And what are your thoughts?" And we spent about a half an hour or so talking on that yesterday. But I mean, she makes very valid points of, are we there? If you're a Ghostbusters fan, right? Dogs and cats living together, right? The end of the world. Real biblical stuff, they say. Dogs and cats living together, right? Just whacked out stuff, right? We're there now. I think we're dealing with some of that stuff today from a biblical standpoint. Personally, that's my beliefs. Doesn't have to be yours, of course. But we are dealing with a lot of crazy out there right now that should not be. Okay? It shouldn't be. Sorry. And people think they've got all the answers, or we just give people more money and it'll all work out. Doesn't work that way, baby. People are getting higher salaries now than they've ever gotten before. And why do we have as high a debt as we do? Because they can't pay the damn bills anymore because everything has gone up. It's not eggs have gone up or meat has gone up or bread has gone up. It's kind of like, hey, gas was $2 a gallon. Now it's $4. Ha ha. Right? Everything's gone up massively right now. I was mentioning this again in the video I did earlier. One of the restaurants that my wife and I go to every week, we're pretty much there, right? Got our own table, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They never, ever, ever have an empty table, ever. When we're there, not the time we're there. They had 3 of them when we went Saturday. At a prime time, like 6:30 on a Saturday night, they had 3 of them empty. Nope. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Right? Why? Because people aren't going out to eat as much. They're not. Yeah, I agree, Erica. There you go, PK. Yeah. Oh, Karen, Karen said worst thing to happen, I don't trust who's running. If you're referring to the WorldCoin, I wouldn't trust the government either. But I don't trust the government on anything. I think they're all a bunch of freaking crooks. Right? One of my favorite expressions is, and y'all have heard the joke, right? What do you call 100 politicians at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. Right? A good start. Right? They all lie. Okay, who they are. Right? They all lie. So but I definitely, Karen, do not trust the government with it, because now everything becomes trackable down to the penny of what you do with it. Everything. Sorry. Nope. Not interested. Too many taxes. Yeah, Scott. Well, there's that. Violence, deception, war. Yeah, Brendan, it's all there. All right. Let's see. Okay, so I got Brendan's. The only other symbol that's in there, folks, is Kevin has Tesla in there. If you guys have other ones you want me to look at, drop them in. Tesla for the short. Okay. So, Kevin, this is me on Tesla. All right. Just, y'all need to understand this. We go to a different watch list here. Tesla, NVIDIA, Netflix. Okay, those 3 are my favorite of all stocks to trade. Absolutely love these 3 candidates, right? Y'all need to be looking at them if you're not, in my opinion. Okay. So when I look at Tesla with what's happened right now, we gapped down today. Right? We gapped down today. We stretched a little bit further and we bounced. And now we ran up, we chipped away the ice, but we ran up and broke above that 250 level. If the S&P rolls over, and you know what, I'm going to get rid of this 233 because it's changing the height of my chart. If it rolls back over and can close below that 250 level, I'm not worried that it got above. It's where it closes that matters to me. If we can close right above, right below that 250, see it drop down tomorrow to 249, 248, somewhere around there, climb back up near the 250, 249, 49 and a half, somewhere in there, and roll over. I am all over Tesla to the downside. I think there's a great opportunity here if that's what it does. If it breaks out and bounces, now we got to look at a potential bullish entry, right? So that's the way I'm looking to play a Tesla. But you should, in my opinion, you all should be looking at these three daily. Tesla, NVIDIA, clear it out, come on. Tesla, NVIDIA, and Netflix. My faves of all stocks right now are those. You are so right, Charles. All right, Karen's asking for big airplane. BA, Boeing. Let's see if we can't get these in now. You guys came through asking for a few more. All right, so I've got Boeing down with a channel. Ooh, baby, that's a massive thrusting pattern. That will be a great fib once we're there, right? We don't have a good down point yet, but you can see we were ugly sideways there for a while. So we've got to get that done first, right? Once we can get a decent bounce, we'll draw the fib. But I'm going to look at my channel lines. So we just broke that 190, 183.69 is my next downside target on big airplane, Karen. I like it. It's a great bearish thrusting pattern to add to our list. Charles is asking for Chipotle Mexican Grill. Same scenario on Chipotle. It pulled up today, right? It opened lower, stretched lower, ran higher above the 8. Where does it fall? If it fails and gets back below the 8 moving average, maybe even below the 1846.22, retest and drop. 1800 is my target, 46 points. So I'll be looking at probably 40 of it, 38, 40 of it. So I like it a lot, Chipotle, right? Hope that helps, Charles. Karen's asking for Nike. Let's look at the bigger picture. Okay. All right. There's the whole fib. The gap up on Friday and pull back. So an overreaction Friday. We opened the bout where we were on Friday's close. We pulled down. It's put us, we're still in a neutral bias. Karen, if we can get under the 93.05, it looks like 86, call it 87 is our support level. So we got a $6 move down. We're looking at probably around 92 to take the entry bearish and 87 as the exit. So there's a lot of opportunity there. A lot of opportunity. I like this one a lot. Thank you for that. This is Nike, KE. Put that one on my list. Yeah, so Erica said, what did I say for Tesla? So basically, I'm looking for the pullback, get me around where it is now, that 250 or below the 250 10 line. A retest and a drop, and 238.63 is support. So we're looking for a move to be out of this trade right about 239 3/4, 240, somewhere around there. Deborah said went into Target puts today. Target still not doing good. And what did they do? Close what? 9 stores. One of them in New York. For looting, they just can't keep up with it. They can't get, but it's illegal to stop them. Listen, they're only doing what they need to survive, right? Really? You give them $1,000, they can rob my store, and if I stop them in certain states, I'm getting arrested, or worse. Now I'll pass. 500 million in shrinkage, so sad. Yeah, Erica, it's crazy. Good, Charles. Good. That was exactly what pattern you're looking for. That's excellent. Yeah, shoot them. I get it, Kevin. I would have some serious issues with owning a business and the government says they can steal from me and I can't do anything. I mean, how many times have you seen it on TV where they've gone into like a Gucci store? A lot more than $1,000. It's just there's 40 people running in there just ravishing the place. like setting locusts free. Yeah, you know we're in trouble when larceny flash mobs become a thing. Yeah, so I don't know. Trump said, if you come out of the store, expect to get shot. You're going to get arrested. I don't know if you have that kind of control over state businesses unless somehow you can turn Target into a federal entity and get some kind of registration form where they become federal and now that property does fall under the federal. I don't know. But some are being organized by drug cartels. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised, Scott. I mean, it's just, what a better way, right? I mean, you break into these things and the massive money you're getting out of it is huge. I feel bad. Listen, I feel bad for Target. I may not like them as a company, but I feel bad for any company, any owner that has to contend with this. But what happens with the small mom and pop? Even as a Gucci store owner, right? And, you do $30 million a year and they just rob $4 million from you. And what do? Insurance. Yeah, they're not covering all of it. Not to mention you're shut down. You have no inventory to sell. It's crazy. It really is. It is a tough place to be as a business owner right now in some of these states. Now, granted, New York has stepped up and said, yeah, you can't do that. But what good does it do? I heard this statistic. I'm sure I'm going to be off on it, so don't hold me to the exact of it. But there's something like 60 people that are responsible for 30% of all shoplifting in New York City. 60 people. And I think my number of 60 is high. The 30%, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Wait. You mean they just keep doing it again and again? Yeah, well, why wouldn't they? They can't get arrested for it. If you arrest them, they get set free. There's no bail. It's a no bail offense. Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. I feel bad for these business owners. I truly do. Yeah, and it is definitely state related. Excuse me, where you're going to see it, PK? That's without a doubt, right? All right, so real quick, folks, let me do this. All right, on the members page, you're going to see a banner for Trading You Live, right? And it's 2.0. Guys, this is a brand new training that we're doing. It's a new recording. It's to update everything from strategies and system standpoint into today. All right. That is available right now. The live trainings are $358 for what will be the equivalent of 30 plus hours of training. Plus, and that includes one full day, one Saturday, one full day this month of Ryan, Brandon, Sean, Tripp, Amelia, Tony. I knew I was missing one. There was 6. Tony, right? Full day of training from them. They're going to rock your socks with what they've come up with, right? So I'm really excited for what they're going to be teaching you guys, right? And guys, of course. So Lee just dropped that link in there. Yeah, Erica said, I'm signed up. Yippee. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited for tonight. I am. I've got 6 manuals prepared for tonight just in case I get on a roll, right? We're going to keep rocking away with them, right? With whatever it takes. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. God bless. Get registered for that. We'll leave this room open a few more minutes. You can grab that link or come over to the members page, the link that Lee just dropped in the chat box, or come over to the members area and grab that Trading You Live banner and you're good to go. All right, everybody, have a good one. I will see you soon. Bye for now.